What's up, guys? It's Keith Trade. Today's July 15th, and we're back today with an educational video. Right, we've extended our win rate to a 10 for 11. Right, we took a win today. Was it a great win? No, for the simple fact that I did not hold the plan. So today I want to go into some psychology tips and why just holding your plan is important. Right. So without further ado, let's just get into our setup. Right. Understand that we did have really weird action. Fed spoke at 9. I took a PM session trade, right? So my setup for this was very simple, right? 15-minute. We have swept external sell side, which was the 645 opening range low. Coming in on the 5-minute, right? We see what? 5-minute power of 3. We see the consolidation. We see the downside manipulation. And then we see market structure shift above this swing high, confirmed by the close above, and then market structure shift above this swing high, and we've inversed this 5-minute bearish. Right, my narrative for this trade is very simple, right? Is to run back into discount of the range and fill this 1 hour SIBI, which never ended up happening. But, right, we're not going to hold to that. We have targets earlier. Very, very simple stuff, right? Whoops, I forgot to mark the 5-minute fair value gap, right? Again, after we have a 5-minute power of 3, we break structure. What would be your play point? Is to see a 5-minute fair value gap formed to show displacement, which we got here. Right? As you guys know, I do not blindly just buy a 5-minute fair value gap. I wait for more data, right? So we have a sell side sweep. Internally, strong buying from this area of interest. I look for a bullish to form or a bearish to get inverse. Today we had a bearish that got inversed, and we had a bullish form. Could have took both. I started to add contracts, and I got my full size here, the 2600 fills, with my stop just below the inverse. Right, price target 1 was these highs, 2633. PT2 was the 1 hour draw to fill and bounce. That never got hit. Right? So I'm in this trade, and I'm already up 13 points. I'm smiling. I'm up almost 200 bucks. And then I go to draw down 100 bucks, and it almost hits my stop loss. So what does that do to me mentally? Because we're choppy, because we're slow. I was like, man, fuck it, right? I see this high. I take profits at this high, and then I start to move my stop, which I don't do, and then I move my stop to this fair value gap, which makes 0 cents, and then I get rest stopped out position in profit, right? Which shouldn't happen, right? It should be much better execution, right? Let the chop go and detach. My entry point is here, right? This was not my plan price target. This was, so I hold to it. I get my PT hit. I put my stop to break even now, and now I can start to trail. Okay, we respect this 1 minute. I'll put it below this. I'll put it below this. I'll put it below here. And once we see us buy the price target, I likely put my stop below this low, and the rest gets stopped out in profit. Right? That is how you execute a trade. Right? Unfortunately for me, the chop got the best of me today. Right? I took my entry points here. I was up nicely, and then I'm in drawdown, and then I take it out for 17-point gain, and then my rest gets breaked even at this point where it wouldn't even make sense. You would put your stop break even or a little bit below to factor in this 1 minute that ended up getting respected here to run higher, right? So key takeaways, very simple, right? Why you should hold your trading plan. Number 1, it's predetermined, right? Our trade, right, was planned before entry. What does that mean? There is no uncertainty. Right? I know my profit and I know my loss. Very simple. The plan is already predetermined. Right? Here was my point of entry. Here was my stop loss. And then here was my target. So what should you do? You either hold to stop loss or price target. Because why? Your plan is already set. Psychology point. I know that this model produces profits when more than it loses. So if it did lose today, it shouldn't, right? It shouldn't matter. That's just a slip in our edge, right? Slip in our edge. Overall, it makes money with proper risk, right? Excuse the typos, whatever, right? Next point I want to hit is positioning to win, right? Now that I've taken profit early at 17 points, this win will only cover a loss. At our proper risk to reward, right? This win should eat up minimum 2 losses, right? So I skewed my risk to reward for the rest of the week. Understand that it's a 1-for-1 green day. And that because I scaled early, now that if I do take a loss, it probably will either be a small drawdown or it will make the money back, right? The last thing I want to get into is this. Unknown outcome, right? I do not know what the market will do next. I simply acted on what I know makes money, right? So what does that mean? Plan is set, detach, accept the win, accept the loss, and let the market go. There is no early scaling. There's no early scaling. It's stop loss or PT only. Right, let's sum all these points up. Right, number one is that before we enter our trade, we have a predetermined plan. Right, there's no uncertainty. I know how much I'm going to profit. I know how much I'm going to lose, and I should accept that before I get in. Number two, I know that this exact model hasn't lost in the past 3-4 weeks. This model has not lost yet. So let's say I do take a loss. I've capitalized on probably 300 plus points to take a fucking 10-point loss, right? I know that this model produces profits, win more than it loses, so a loss should not matter. It's a slip in your edge, overall trajectory goes higher. Next point, right, position yourself to win. This trade was planned for a 33-point gain. My average stop is 15 to 20. So now that I've taken profit early at 17 points, this win is only going to cover a loss. If we had a loss, we should still be 1R in profit, right? 2R, take a loss on 1R, we should still be up 1R in profit. But because we did that, we now skewed our risk to reward. Because at our proper risk to reward, this win should eat up both losses. And the last point is psychology, right? Unknown outcome. Understand that trading is simply just people acting on the market, what they think is cheap, what they think is expensive, and what they believe works, what their strategy works for. That's all it is, right? So what does every trader know? We don't know what's going to happen next. The unknown outcome. I do not know what the market will do next. I simply acted on what I know makes money. My plan is set. I got entry, and now is your time to attach. Sit back. Accept the win and accept the loss, right? Let the market go. There is no early scaling. It's stop loss or PT only. My rule is simple. When I execute, that's it. My plan is set at stop loss. My plan is set at price target. One of those will hit. If not, I do not get out, right? We've been very great at trusting our edge. This choppy, slow day has gotten to us, and it happens. I'm human. I make mistakes. What's important is that we're 10 for 11. We have a 90% quality win rate, and we're going to continue to eat up these wins, right? So we're going to keep on pushing, keep on growing, right? I love my transparency. I'm always transparent, right? Even the best will make mistakes. I'm not saying I'm the best of the best, but every trader is going to make mistakes. Every trader will have an off day, and today was just simply that, right? The chop got the best of me. I'm not going to beat myself up at a loss, but that's just today's point I want to make, is why holding your edge is important. Because if your edge produces profits, then you're going to win more than you lose, right? So who cares if you lose? Who cares if it hits stop loss? But what's going to happen is you're going to hit price target more than you lose, and you're going to hit price target at a higher rate than your stop loss does, right? You're going to hit 33 points and risk 10, right? 3.3R. That was what we planned, right? It's unfortunate. Nothing is, I don't know how to say this, but, it's all on me, right? I made the mistake. It happens. This was caught live, and I explained. I'm transparent. We've had some students stay sidelined because of the action, and we've had a student take a win with me. I'm not going to be mad at the win, but I will be mad at the execution. But guess what? God gives us a day to do this tomorrow. So I'm going to execute tomorrow, and I'm going to trust my edge, and we're going to continue to grow until it is subconscious. It's subconscious that I just hold my plan. I don't give a fuck anymore, right? That's what we want to do. But cap that off. Quick yap session, July 15th recap. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Leave a like, leave a comment. All of that is appreciated. And hopefully I see you guys in the Discord, man. We're going to keep on winning.